Welcome to Alphabet City. This is the show where we cover everything related to Alphabet Inc., also known as Google's parent company. I'm your guide, Ayaz Akhtar. Today we're talking about Samsung's folding phone and YouTube things, but our top story is about Google's browser. First stop, the Chrome Dome. Google has enabled a feature called site isolation for the vast majority of desktop users of Chrome. Actually, it's been enabled for 99% of users on Windows, Mac, Linux, and Chrome OS. What's site isolation? It runs a separate browser process for each internet domain. That makes it more difficult for a malicious site to steal data from other sites. Site isolation also helps protect Chrome from Meltdown and Spectre. Remember that nightmare? Those two could allow a bad guy to read your computer's memory due to a flaw in modern processors. So why do you care about site isolation? This security measure leads to higher overall memory use. That's right, Chrome is eating even more RAM than it used to. Google says it may be a 10 to 13% increase in RAM usage. So the good news is Chrome is more secure. The bad news is it's gobbling up RAM to do it. Wondering about that 1% who don't have site isolation set up? Google says we're keeping a 1% holdback for now to monitor and improve performance. Google says it's looking to extend site isolation to Chrome for Android as well. Next stop, the often traveled Android Avenue. A new report by The Bell says the Foldable Galaxy X will be released next year. The report also says Samsung is deciding whether to introduce the folder as a standard product or a limited one. The Bell says that it's not just Samsung prepping a folding phone, but Apple and Chinese companies are doing the same thing. Samsung has been quite public about releasing a folding phone. It even created a promo video with one. It's only a matter of time before it gets released. Next up, X Crossing. Two companies are spinning out of X, Alphabet's R&D unit. Project Loon and Wing will now be separate companies under Alphabet's umbrella. We talked a bit about Project Loon last time. It delivers internet using balloons in the stratosphere. Yes, I realize that sentence sounds ridiculous, but that's what Loon does. Then there's Wing. Wing is a drone delivery system that uses all-electric drones that fly up to 120 kilometers per hour at heights up to 400 feet above the ground. So why were these two projects ready to graduate from X? A spokesperson from X told me that both Wing and Loon have advanced to the point where the risk has shifted from how do we do this to how do we take this product to market. X will continue to work on other projects like Glass Enterprise Edition and Makani. If you're wondering about the Makani project, it uses kites to generate electricity from the wind. That's right, energy kites. Let's head on over to YouTube Union. There was this thing on TV called the World Cup. You might have heard of it. During a game between England and Croatia, Google's streaming video service, YouTube TV, took a dive for about an hour. Google sent an email to those who have YouTube TV and said it will give them a free week of service. YouTube TV costs about $40 per month, so this is like a $10 value. There's also a new tool coming to YouTube meant to protect content creators. YouTube will scan for full re-uploads of your content. The tool is called Copyright Match. The tool, Copyright Match, will scan other videos on the site to see if your video was reposted. If YouTube finds a match, it will appear in a tab called Matches. Then you decide what happens next. Last stop, Comment Cove. This is the part of the show where we shine a spotlight on the best audience in the world, you guys. Nathaniel said, "Why would you need incognito mode on YouTube? You can't even watch porn on YouTube. That's the most useless feature ever." Well, Nathaniel, I think the incognito mode could be useful, so not every video you watch influences YouTube's recommendations. Mr. Brightside said, "I'm not a fantastic audience." I respectfully disagree, Mr. Brightside. Raul says, "I think Google should revamp its Android tablet OS instead of Chrome OS. It will be a game changer." Thanks to everyone for writing in. If you've enjoyed your stay in Alphabet City, please like and subscribe. I'm Ayaz Akhtar, and I'll see you online. Hey, you made it to the end. Nice. One more report. The site Windows Latest claims that Microsoft may be working on an Android phone. Do you buy it? Let me know in the comments.